Today I'm really struggling with being single. I've just been crying. I'm not about to come on here and cry again though, because I keep on crying on TikTok and it's really embarrassing, but I'm just really struggling being single today. Like, I just don't want to be single. I just want to be in a relationship, and it's actually really fucked up. Like, when I actually deep it, that I feel like I need to be in a relationship in order to be happy. Like, that is actually how I feel at the moment. Like, I don't feel like I'm myself unless I'm in a relationship. Can anybody else relate to that? I'm just like, I just want a relationship. Like, I'm like, I don't care who it is, I just want a relationship. And that is so fucked up. Like, I feel like you should get into a relationship with somebody because, like, you love them and you're like, yeah, I want to be in a relationship, not because you just want to be in a relationship. So let me know if you struggle with this. I don't know what happened to me in my childhood or what has happened to me in my life in order to make me like this, but today I'm just struggling. It's like 2 days after Valentine's Day and I just feel weird. I'm like over it. I'm like, okay, move on to the next now. But I'm really trying to not do that. Like, I'm not on dating apps or anything, but I want to be on dating apps. Not trying to come on here and be negative. I'm just trying to keep it real. So yeah, love you guys and thank you so much for all your support. And I'll see you later. Bye.
Fall off, you know I'm wrestling with a bunch of shows. That's why I'ma keep it real. Tell you how I feel. One squad I trust, one squad I bust. Might be honest, be for real. That's how you feel. I'm throwing on my soul bus. Oh, la la la. I don't care how you feel.
Yo, what up? Happy Saturday, happy Memorial Day weekend to everybody. You know, I'm coming to you from the winery. It's a fantastic winery. It's called Blue Ridge. It's out in the, Northeast PA. If you're out this way, I recommend it. But let me tell you something. Yo, there's mad people here. Check it out. I had to step away from the crowd because it's mad loud. But I had a message, right? Like, yo, you gotta be comfortable with yourself, right? You know, like one of the things that I picked up was getting comfortable going out by myself, right? So what do? I date myself. I take myself out on dates. Things that I like to do, you know, I make sure that I do it. I invite people. If they can make it, great. If they can't, no sweat. I want to go. These are things that fulfill me. And I'm all about that right now. And I challenge you, like, a lot of times I talk to people and they say, oh my God, you went out by yourself? I could never. Why? Why? Yo, some of the best times that I've had, some of the most interesting people that I've ever met, I've met because I've went out by myself. Don't be afraid to go out by yourself. Talk to people. So with that, happy Memorial Day. Get out, enjoy your life. Yo, the sign, I can't even switch it and show it to you. But the slogan for them is enjoy life. So get out there and enjoy your life. Do you. Peace.
Summer used to be the season women weaponized. The bikini pics, the who's your summer situationship content, the entire cultural machine built around men supposedly panicking about missing out. This year, the panic switched seats, and nobody printed a new script for the woman now sitting in the passenger side.
Have you ever gone through a breakup and your ex is out there living like nothing even happened? They're at parties, they're traveling, they're posting a whole bunch of fun things that they're doing, and you're at home this whole time just trying to hold yourself together. And the hardest part, it starts to feel like you meant nothing to them, like your relationship meant nothing, like you were the only one who actually cared. But listen, just because they look fine doesn't mean that they are. And even if they are, that still has nothing to do with your healing. Some people are going to distract themselves from that pain. Some people are going to suppress and avoid. And some people actually sit with the pain and grow from it. You don't need to rush to prove to anyone that you're okay. You don't need to post your glow up hoping that your ex sees it. The most powerful thing that you can do right now is pull your energy back. Stop watching their stories. Stop checking their Instagram. Stop checking their social media. And stop measuring your worth by how fast they moved on. Your focus has to come back to you. It has to come back to your healing and your peace and your growth. Because this isn't about who looks happier first. It's about who is actually becoming stronger. So let them do whatever they're going to do. They're going to party, they're going to travel, they're going to pretend. But you you're rebuilding, and that's way more powerful.
A man having a genuinely good summer without a relationship anchoring it isn't rebellion. It's just what happens once you remove the assumption that a man's calendar needs a woman penciled into every weekend to count as a life.
She thinks that I owe her an apology. Good thing she don't get paid for thinking.
These men who are going around saying that they want peace, they do not create peaceful environments for women. So how are you going around saying you want peace? You're just an avoidant.
First.
You're an avoidant. You don't want conflict. You don't want to have to navigate conflict. You don't want to have to deal with other people's emotions. So you're going around saying you want peace. Create a peaceful environment and you'll be able to cultivate peace in that connection, no?
No, first, but then sometimes when we do create the peaceful environment, it's not good enough.
Contentment without her is the plot twist nobody rehearsed for. The old story required him to be miserable enough that her return would feel like rescue. Instead, he's tanned, solvent, and unbothered. The rescue mission has no client. Watching a man's life visibly improve after you leaves the frame, recalibrates every assumption a woman made about her own leverage. That recalibration is uncomfortable precisely because it's accurate.
The Farmingham Offspring Study followed 4,000 people over the course of 10 years. A little bit more than half of those 4,000 were women, and then a little bit less of them were men. The study aimed to explore the links between like genetics and family patterns and then cardiovascular issues. Y'all, here's what the study revealed. Women who reported self-silencing behaviors, i.e. not expressing how they actually feel during arguments with their partners, were 4 times more likely to be dead by the end of the study, i.e. that 10-year-long period. 4 times more likely to not be here anymore if they didn't express how they felt verbally with their partners. Okay, 2 things. Number 1, the evidence and links like in this study between the women and self-silencing and mortality, like death, was not strong enough to really say like causation. However, knowing that people with chronically elevated stress are more likely to be inflamed, they are more susceptible to cardiovascular issues, higher levels of cortisol, all of this stuff, that link is very, very biologically plausible. It's just like by standards of the research, they could not indicate a clear causation. Anyway, the other thing I want to share is that in this study, men also reported self-silencing behaviors during conflict. However, what was missing in the group of men was the link to death. And you can speculate, the authors of the study speculated a couple of reasons about why this is the case. So number 1 is that men, because we live in a very toxically masculine culture, men grow up and are socialized to know that there's like not really a lot of space for them and their emotions in this world. We also know that men are less likely to verbalize how they feel whenever they have big feelings. I think that this is indicative of this broader pattern and trend in this society that women have to carry the stress of those around them and do the majority of the emotional processing for the people in their lives, especially when you think about like in a nuclear family. If shit goes awry in a nuclear family, the emotional processing and handling of other people's feelings, normally that falls on the plate of a woman. So that's like my big macro takeaway. My micro takeaway is for all you lovely, beautiful single people out there, please, I don't know what your criteria is for picking a partner, but this study just reinforces the fact that at the top of that damn list should be a sense of safety to express how you feel, especially during times of conflict, with safety emotionally, mentally, and physically with your partner. Answer these questions with me. How are you going to procreate with somebody who you cannot stand 10 toes down on your truth during a hard conversation? How are you going to vow to spend the rest of your life with somebody who you can't be completely honest with? I'm saying that prioritizing these things can literally change your life. Save your life.
My brother let me go through his dating app messages, and I need to talk about it because what the fuck is wrong with women? First girl, they match. He asks her on a date. She says, "Where are you taking me?" He says, "A steakhouse downtown." She says, "It the expensive one or the one on 5th Street?" He said, 5th Street. She unmatched him over the location of a steakhouse. Second girl, talked to for a week. He planned a whole date, coffee, then a walk by the river. She texted him the morning of, "Honestly, I'm more of a dinner and drinks girl. If you can't do that, then I don't think we're compatible." They never even met, and she's already got a price tag on his time. Third girl, told him, and this is a direct quote, I'm talking to a few guys right now, so whoever plans the best first date is probably who I'll go with. She literally turned his dating life into a bidding war.
Majority of women can't fathom and they can't understand the bullshit that men go through when it comes to women and this dating game. This is why you have to be cold and you have to be ruthless in this dating game, especially with the shit that these women are on right now. I guarantee you, those women were located in either Los Angeles or Miami, the thought central of America, because only those types of women will act like that, where they put a price on themselves and they start acting like high-priced hookers that normal women do not act like. This is why I keep telling you guys to stop taking women out on extravagant dinner dates without it being earned. Because now they expect that type of treatment from every single guy that they run into and they meet. And if any woman demands where she wants to go on a date with me, I am not replying to that woman. I am not giving her any more of my attention. You guys shouldn't either. If any woman tries telling you that she only does dinner dates or she wants to be taken out to a specific spot, just move the fuck on, bro. You already lost at that point if you let the woman dictate where you guys are going. You're not in your frame. She's controlling the frame and she's leading the way for you, bro. That's not how it works. And no woman finds that kind of a man attractive. It's all a competition to these women at the end of the day so they can post up these pictures of these extravagant dinner dates that they go on and post it all over social media to brag to the other women that they have men taking them out and doing whatever they want for them. That's not how it works. You have to start grabbing your balls and saying no to a woman and walking the fuck away. Find a woman who actually likes you for who you are and wants to go out wherever you want to go to, bro.
The freedom itself is the tell. A man who needs female approval to feel complete performs anxiety the moment the summer starts winding down without a partner secured. A man who's actually built something doesn't feel the countdown at all. He's just living, and the calendar happens to say July. What women are actually worried about isn't the fun. It's the absence of urgency. Urgency was always the leverage point, and men currently have none to hand over.
And one thing about me is I'll never leave a good man. Me and my ex broke up in February, which is now May, almost June. He finds a new girlfriend 2 weeks after we break up. Not 2 months, not 2 years, but 2 weeks.
But you left him though. So what does it matter if it's 2 weeks, 2 months, or 2 years? You left him. Your ego took a hit because you wanted that man to be torn up and sad about the fact that you left him and that he lost the best thing that ever happened to him. But because he didn't do that and he moved on, your ego took a hit. And then she went on to talk shit about the other girl that he's with. After she said that she's healed and she doesn't care about him. So if you're healed and you don't care about him, why are you making a video about him 2 months after the fact that you left him? Move on and be happy with your life and leave that man alone. Because again, you did not want him.
Projecting their fear of being alone on women is nothing new, but the thing that kind of gets me about it is the cab theory from Sex and the City, like this idea that when men are ready, they'll turn on their light and the next girl that gets in their cab, so to speak, is the one that they marry. Everything is on the men's timeline. When I want to get married, I can just reach my hand into the water and grab a fish and I'm ready. That's not happening anymore. And I think that's why all of this panic is happening and why they're trying to push that onto women. Oh, you're going to die alone. You're going to run out of time. All of this stuff because they feel bad now because they had always grown up thinking that whenever they were ready to get married, a girl would just appear. They would just have their pick of the litter, that they would just have someone waiting on standby until they were ready. Now we have more and more women choosing to opt out of dating, choosing not to get married, not wanting kids, all sorts of things, or even just being more selective. And these dudes are panicking and they're trying to put it on you, and they're trying to do that through shame and projection. All of their fear about dying alone, about not having a family, about getting left behind, that's a huge thing in their friend group. All my friends are married, all my friends have kids, I'm the last single one and I'm 40 and I'm scared and I want to have kids.
They're shoving that on you because they're used to turning on their light and having a girl get in the cab. Women aren't hailing cabs anymore, we're walking.
If you're the man enjoying this summer without an anchor, don't rush to explain it to anyone. Peace doesn't need a press release. Keep building the version of your life that made the peace possible in the first place.
When we talk about how March Madness has completely taken over the dating scene right now, every single guy I know has disappeared for 3 weeks. They are not answering texts. They are not going on dates. They're sitting in a sports bar with a bracket that they filled out in 7 minutes, and now they are emotionally invested like it's their life savings. My friend went on a date last week, and the guy had the game on his phone under the table the entire dinner. She is talking about her job, and he is checking if a 12 seed just pulled an upset. And the worst part is the guys who do not even watch basketball the rest of the year suddenly become analysts. They are saying things like, this matchup favors the zone defense, and I know for a fact this man could not name 3 players 2 weeks ago. But brackets have ruined communication, ruined plans, and ruined dinner reservations, and they are not even winning any money. Nobody's bracket survives the first weekend, and yet here we are.
Stay strong, guys. As always, I wish you tremendous success. Now it's your turn. Is a man's contentment without a relationship the ultimate flex, or does it just delay something he actually wants? Let me know in the comments. Thank you so much for watching. If you found value in this one, hit the like and subscribe buttons, ring the notification bell, drop a comment, and share it with someone who needs to hear it. See you in the next one, guys. Till next time.